Né? Faz mó tempão que a gente não tem uma live só conversinhas. Vamos ver o que tem atrás da porta. Número 5. Ele tá trancada? Óbvio. Primeiro vamos encontrar uma fechadura. Amiga. O maior rolê.
Now that
Vamos
he's
lá.
gone, we can get inside.
Yes, let's do that.
No chill,
I'll close
gente.
my
No
eyes
chill.
and you pick that lock, Mitzi.
Okay, but no peeking.
I'd never. You've really hurt my feelings now.
Yeah. Now close them.
Ó. Shh. Silêncio.
There. Job done.
Secreto.
Jesus, are these...
Ah, máscara. Vou pegar aí, talvez.
Relax, Mrs. A. They're just Halloween masks.
Aham.
Oh,
E é o que a gente vai
good.
pegar pra fazer a fantasia
That's
lá do
good.
vestido, né?
Because I swear, if I see another bloody head...
Amiga, máscara de Halloween. Pega a máscara de palhaço, pega a máscara de demônio, pega a máscara de rock. Gente, qual máscara a gente pega? Nossa, do palhaço tá mais assustadora, né? Vou pegar do palhaço, mano. It. Eu odeio palhaços. Eu prefiro não tocar nessas máscaras. Ah, tá. Pegar de demônio. Eu ficaria toda suada vestindo isso. Parece que tem muita borracha. Parece mesmo. A de rock. Eu queria de palhaço também. É muito do It ali, não é? Muito It. Ela não quis. Quis a de rock. É planta, eu acho. Planta? Plantas. Nenhuma dessas é ilegal. Acho que ele só gosta de plantas. Caraca. A verdinha da Ludmilla, a Bruna. Brinks, hein, Bruna? Beijo. Essa é muito grande. Alto-falante. Esse alto-falante é enorme. Está conectado ao computador do Jesse. Toda vez que ele executa uma música, as paredes devem tremer. Ah, por isso que tá uma música cabulosa, né? Gente, mas... esse monte de desenho na parede. PC do Jesse. Calma, janela. Eu consigo ouvir o som do tráfego do final do dia através da janela aberta. Plug. Examinar. O PC do Jesse está conectado aqui. Se tivesse acesso a uma tomada elétrica funcionando... PC do Jesse. Examinar. É o PC do Jesse. É essa a origem do maldito barulho? Ligar? Isso não vai funcionar. Parece que cortaram a energia. Tá, entendi. Ou seja... ah, é? A gente cortou a energia, né? Caralho, a gente cortou a energia, velho. Na moral. Isso!
Oi, Vi. Quanto tempo é MM?
So,
Saudades
who's got windows
menor
over
que
this side of the
3.
building?
Well, Joe Davis lives right below. I
Michael!
guess we could also check one flat below Joe's. I
Mano.
just hope the cable's long enough.
Dá só um segundo,
Let's find
rapidinho.
out, shall we?
Tá, pronto. Ai, Michael, oi! Meu Deus! Cara, que saudade de você, sério. Ah, muito obrigada pelo resub de 8 meses. Que fofo, cara. Que fofo. Ah, mano. Como é que você tá, hein? Você tá bom? Nossa, eu me perdi toda, gente. Não entendi onde é que ela enfiou essa tomada, mas, assim, se tá funcionando, tá bom pra mim. Caraca, Michael. Obrigada, de coração, mano. Tá quase nascendo. Ou pode não, se tá quase nascendo, não pode nascer prematuro, né? Então, você já deu a cal, então não pode. Quase nascendo, yes. Ai, eu tô bem. Cara, muito bom te ver, sério. Ligar. Isso não vai funcionar? Ah, caralho, gente, entendi. Nossa, ó o rolê, entendi. Joguei pela janela, sabe por quê? Vou ter que enfiar lá no outro apartamento, cara. Nossa, ó o rolê. Ai, que gracinha você com a bad de raiozinho. Breers. Agora a gente sabe pra que serve a outra tomada. Nossa, olha aí. Ok. Uhum. Cara, mas tem energia no apartamento que tá vazio faz mó tempão? Então tá bom. Eu não tô reclamando, né? Engraçado, o meu apartamento não tem. Mas no apartamento que não tem ninguém morando e ninguém pagando, né? Obviamente. Beleza, viu? Beleza. Ai, ai. Tá. Gente. Cara,
Right. I should
acho,
be able to use that computer now.
eu acho que é
Give
esse
me
Michael.
5 minutes, Mrs. A.
Sure. Why
Eu
not?
acho. Oi, Michael não.
I'll keep an eye
Eu
on the
acho que é esse
door.
Jesse. Que é o assassino. Quer dizer, o olho do Adam, né? Suspeito. Muito suspeito. Não, o Michael não. O Michael tá safe.
It's not him either.
Não é ele!
Damn it.
Não é o Brian, não. É o Brian? É o Brian? Nossa, não é o Brian. É o Brian, gente. Nem fudendo que é o Brian. Não acredito que é o Brian, na moral. Nossa, qual a chance, cara? Não, será que é o Brian? Não é, gente. Eita. Oh, na moral, eu achei que eu ia achar uma entrada secreta. Todo mundo morto, mas não. Não é ele. Alô?
This is it. We've got all we need.
Oh,
Great.
yes.
Are you going to tell me about the cat widow now?
Yes, it's story time, Mitzi. The legend says there was once a bad man who hated cats.
É o Brian.
He hated his neighbors too,
É o
and his
Brian.
job. And when it rained, he'd curse and smash things. He hated his bald head and his weak,
Bom trabalho,
ugly
Michael.
body.
Grande beijo
He
pra você,
probably
viu?
hated himself
E bom
the
feriado
most,
também. Muito bom
though
te
he
ver.
would never admit it.
Até mais. E obrigada demais
I
pelo
see where
apoio.
this
Sério
is
mesmo.
going.
One day, out of pure hatred for the whole world and everything that lives,
Hum.
he captured a family of cats and drowned them all in the river.
Mano, que horror.
That day, the sun turned black and all the birds went silent as the 6 kittens struggled for life.
Gente, que
But
história horrível.
trapped in a strong canvas bag, they never had a chance. They all died that day. All but one. The mother cat, in a desperate fight to set herself free, by pure luck, clawed her way out of the bag and swam to the shore. She lost everything that day, her beautiful children and her proud husband. Her heart crashed into pieces as she watched their limp, dead bodies stolen by the current.
Oh, no.
Running after them, she followed them for days, for as long as she could. Then, eventually, she lost sight of them. She stayed on the bank of the river for a while. The world stopped turning for her, her eyes empty and blind. And then, one day, she slowly slid down the bank and into the cold, dark water. She gave in to it. She let the river take her away too, cover her mouth, her ears, her eyes. But as the water filled her lungs and she started slipping into darkness, there was another strange feeling that burst in her mind like a ball of flames. Anger, rage even. Her last craving, before she drowned, was for revenge, for blood. And so she returned, reborn and changed, a cat widow, veiled in black, mistress of the cats. Her body of a young woman, but her eyes of a cat, and her face, white, rotten, face of a corpse. Those who saw it rarely lived to tell the tale. She would get her revenge on all cat killers and cat torturers. But there was someone she had to see first. Someone special. Someone she really hated the
Quem
most.
matou a família dela, né?
As the evening came, it was strangely quiet in the man's flat. As he lived alone, he usually liked to fill the silence with the sound of radio or TV shows. But that night, he switched them all off, feeling anxious and tired after work.
Ei, eu tô jogando na história. Ah, não, tá não. Esquece.
He tried to sleep, but couldn't. And for once, there wasn't anyone there he could blame for it.
Gente, é o
As he
Brian.
stared through the window, he kept thinking about how much he hated that view.
Será que ela tá contando essa história enquanto ela tá fazendo as coisas?
A long time ago, when his wife was still there and they were happy together. Suddenly, he heard knocking on the door. Some part of him was glad, because that meant he could take it out on whoever decided to bother him.
Eu acho que ela tá continuando contando a história, mas já mostrando ela fazendo o plano lá dela, né? Eu acredito. Ó.
There was nobody there. He almost felt disappointed, but before he turned to walk away, he suddenly noticed something down the hall.
Em uma parede próxima, havia uma sombra de um gato gigante. Ou viu a sombra de uma figura encapuzada em sua frente. Ou o corpo de um gato enviscerado pendia sobre o radiador. Ai, que horror, meu Deus. Não, a sombra de um gato gigante, né?
On a nearby wall, there was a giant shadow of a cat.
Cara, a gente já viu o que meus gatos são capazes de fazer, né? Então, assim...
He stopped again. He couldn't believe his eyes.
Alguém escreveu matador de gatos em sua porta. Ou havia um crânio de gato em cima do assento de sua bicicleta. Ou alguém escreveu puto em sua porta. Então, primeiro, né?
Someone wrote cat killer on his door. He had a passion for trains. Although he hated being a train driver, he had always enjoyed watching them move.
Do nada tem um trem na história.
But now, his train model was moving all on its own. He was absolutely certain he'd left it switched off. And yet, there it was, running at crazy speed, remote control missing. Something was seriously wrong, and that something had entered his home now too.
A cat widow.
He hoped he was just imagining things, tired as he was. But there was another surprise waiting for him in his bedroom.
A voz dela é muito boa, né? Ainda mais contando história meio de terror, assim. Em sua cama havia um gato zumbi gigante coberto de sangue. Cat Widow... Ah, calma. A gata viúva está aqui. Tava escrito por toda a parede. Não, esse daqui, né?
Cat Widow is here. Was
Fiquei
written
do
all
nada
over the
em
wall.
inglês. Como em um sonho, foi à cozinha pegar algo para beber. Já bastante assustado, decidiu chamar a polícia. Não, foi na cozinha, né?
As
Pelo
in a
amor de Deus.
dream, he went to the kitchen to get a drink. There was no water. He knew there were valves in the basement that turned it off.
As
but no
válvulas lá
one's
do
been down there for
porão.
years. He felt
Os
sick.
canos.
None of this made any sense. And yet,
Cara.
deep down, he knew what he did to the cats was wrong. There was a part of him that almost wanted to be punished. The part he tried so hard to
Cara, então ele
hide.
realmente já matou... Que
He
horror,
thought he'd heard something in the
gente.
corridor. Was there someone there with him?
Ai, credo. Mas eu não sei
His
se ele é
head
olho
was spinning.
do Adam, não.
He
Acho que
felt
não.
ambushed, trapped, like an animal. He had to get out of there.
Continua sendo um imbecil, né? Já bastante assustado, decidiu chamar a
Being really
polícia.
scared now, he decided to call the police.
Nossa,
His
se
phone
depender
was
da
of no
polícia.
use. The SIM card had been removed,
Ah, tá.
and that wasn't even the
Se
worst.
depender da polícia também dessa
There was a
cidade, né?
photo of a black cat set as screensaver. He remembered this cat. He'd watched that strange pest control man put it in a cage and into his van. He'd looked at it through the window for a while, then pulled the curtains and went to bed. He stopped, paralyzed. He'd heard something right in front of him. A whisper. More like a purr. She was there, in the dark corner of his living room, waiting. Black veil covering that pale, dead face. And yet, he could almost feel Cat Widow's eyes piercing through him.
Polícia dessa cidade aí, velho. Sinceramente, né? Ai, ai. Eita. A gata viúva apontou a escopeta ao seu peito e disparou. Ela se aproximou como um fantasma e com um movimento rápido levantou. Levanta ou levantou? Tá escrito levanto, né? Mas cara.
She came closer, like a
Ela
ghost,
levantou-me.
and swiftly removed the veil.
Andando.
She came back for him, to take him to the river, to make him pay for what he'd done. As he looked into her eyes, he could feel the world spinning around him, his knees go weak, his pants suddenly wet around his crotch. As much as he hated life, he didn't want to die either. Inside, he was just a big, stinking coward. And then he fainted.
Oh.
Did you see his face? I knew he'd fall for this.
Yeah, we scared the living shit out of him. Now that's teamwork. Are you sure he won't know it was you, though?
Oh, he probably will, once he's had time to think about what happened. But he's too proud to ever admit he's been beaten by a woman. I know him just about enough to know that.
Let's hope so. I don't want you to get in trouble because of me.
No. That was something I had to do for myself. And I feel much better for it.
Cara, eu não acredito que ele fez
The
isso
only
mesmo.
problem now is that we still haven't found Eye of Adam. Because it definitely isn't Brian. I've searched through his laptop and all I found was a load of porn.
Let's cross him off the list.
Cara, deve ter alguma passagem secreta aqui. No prédio, talvez.
Well, that means we've checked everyone.
Então.
We've hit a brick wall. Perhaps I was wrong. Maybe he doesn't live here at all.
I think we need to sleep on it. And we might get some more ideas in the morning. Shall we head back home?
Yeah, I do feel tired. You're right, we need some sleep. Really wish there was an elevator in this building. What's that? A note? What does it say, Mrs. A?
Do olho do Adam.
You will not believe it.
Não vou?
Meet me at midnight, both of you. I will wait.
Ih,
Flat 5. Door will be open. Do not fear. Eye of Adam.
é o 5, não é o do Joe? O apartamento 5?
Five. That's the old guy.
É do
Can't
senhor?
be. It can't be him.
I guess we'll find out at midnight.
Eu ia falar o do senhor, mas
We've
como eu
got a
sei que o
few
meu é
hours
4,
until then.
não, o do Joe é 3. Né?
Let's get some coffee.
Não, não é o senhorzinho não, então. Deve ser alguém que tá morando no sótão do senhor. Deve ser o primo dele. Não é um velho, né, gente? Na moral. Não, não é o velho, não. Ih. Se bem que o Adam é novo, é velho, né? Segundo o Dark, então vai saber, né? Entendi essa imagem que mostrou no final. Mostrou o porão.
It's just you and me, my love.
Parece o Joe, não é?
Will find us here.
Dos mais...
Stop worrying, Ivy. It will be all right.
Todas as pessoas é a esposa dele, cara.
You know that.
Joe, quem é...
I'm gonna make you all better.
Será que o Joe é o olho do Adam? Gente. Eu sei lá. 7. Capítulo 7. Acho que é o último, hein? Não alimente o troll. Boa. Vai. Cara, eu só quero salvar, na moral. Consigo salvar. Eu tava andando... O campo que eu tava andando era o mesmo campo do início, não era? Ó, o quarto da Mitzi. A nossa varandinha. Tá. Acho que os dias estão passando, né? Talvez. Ah, não, as horas, né? Porque falou encontra a gente meia-noite. Eita, eita, eita. Salvei, né? Eu, hein? Tô sem itens, hein? Aquário. A aparência dessa água tá estranha. Não tem peixe nenhum no tanque. É, e tem uns negócios ali pra fora que eu não entendi também.
Just look at this door. Crazy son of a bitch. That's not gonna stop us.
Amigo, o que vai parar a gente? Ele convidou a gente. Será que é o senhor? Boa noite.
Are you
That-
Adam?
Me? No, of course not.
É o meu
I don't
filho.
have anything to do with all this foolishness. Never have.
Ele sabe, então.
It's my son. I've told him time and time again, but he never listens. I've done my best to protect that boy, you know. I'm all he's got left in the world since his mama died, but it just wasn't enough.
Where is he then? Where's Eye of Adam?
He's in his room. Where else would he be? He's always in his room.
Tô
staring at
chocada,
that
gente.
screen for as long as he can. Look, I've made up my mind about this. I want to help you. This mess he's in, it's gone too far. I can't be part of this.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you don't
velho tava-
understand. He's watching us. Right now, he can
É o
see
pai
us
dele,
on
ele
his camera.
controla,
He's
mano.
very clever with this stuff. I never got my head around it.
Quer dizer, controla não
Just
sei, né?
as
Mas
much as I
vigia.
needed to, I guess. But not a lot.
Give us the key to his room. I want to talk to him.
Look, it's a trap. He knows why you're here, and he will kill you.
Gente, o velho
Both of
fingiu
you.
que ele era senil.
But he will not kill me. He won't dare. All these years, I've looked after him well.
Amigo do céu.
He owes me everything. It breaks my heart to do this now. What choice do I have?
Chamar a polícia?
He left me this. I was supposed to keep it for myself, but I want you to take it. He won't dare to kill his own father, and I won't let 2 innocent lives be lost because of him.
What is it?
Just take the damn thing. There's not much time. Didn't you hear me? He's watching.
Cara, quando ele entrou, então, fingiu que era senil. Que era... Enfim, que não tava totalmente são, sabe? Não tinha... Sanidade não tava 100%. Às vezes que ele foi entrar fingindo... Ah, eu vou pegar o meu aparelho auditivo, vou pegar a bateria. Eu acho... que era tipo o Adam chamando ele, né? Porque o Adam, como ele falou que tem câmera em todo lugar, provavelmente ele tem câmera na porta também. Então viu a gente chegando, né? Ele foi comunicar o Adam de alguma forma, né? Pai de Adam. Pegar a caixa.
What is it, Mrs. A?
Eu
It's
sei
a
lá.
shoebox.
Take it away. Get rid of it. He must see that I don't have it anymore.
Shall we open it?
Ai, devia ter examinado. Ai, máscara de
Oh
gás.
God. Mitzi, we have to get out of here. Quickly. It's a gas mask. He's going to poison us.
Aham. Quer dizer, já deve estar envenenando, né? É o aquário. Gente, eu tô no covil do assassino, cara.
It's
Do
too
assassino,
late.
do psicopata, sei lá. Os dois,
Oh.
talvez.
Shit. Shit. Shit.
No!
Não?
Stop that, Adam. You're going to kill your father.
Ele vai.
We'll never make it to the door. That room is filling up with gas too quickly.
Hum.
Put the mask on, Mrs. A.
What about you? No. No, I can't.
You've got to. This is your only chance.
No. I can't let you die. Not like this.
It's my fault that you're here.
Meu Deus, gente. Por favor, não faz isso com ele. Eles vão fazendo.
You've got to live, Mrs. A.
Não faz isso.
You'll live and you'll be happy again. You're
Joe,
been a great friend,
não faz
Mrs.
isso.
A.
Não faz isso. Não faz isso, véi. Ai. Nossa, que jogo imbecil, gente. Dar máscara a Mitzi, colocar a máscara. Mas ele vai morrer, né? Cara. Foda. Porque a Mitzi, de alguma forma, deram um prazo pra ela, né? De vida, por conta da doença dela. Maldito câncer, né? Então ela teria mais ou menos mais 6 meses, mais ou menos. Mas não é por isso. Isso não significa que ela não pode viver agora, né? Ah, mas eu sou imortal! Vou dar pra Mitzi. Nossa, que bom que eu lembrei disso.
You've got a date, and I'll make sure you turn up for it.
I can't.
There is no time to argue. I'll be fine. Now.
Mitzi, lembra
Do
quando eu
it.
levei uma paulada na cabeça? Fica tranquila, vai dar tudo certo. Aí já pensou dessa vez, não dá? Sacrifice, só ganhei uma conquista chamada Sacrifice. Ai, elas se abraçaram. Ai, que horror, gente. O moço também.
Mitzi, think of a vegetable.
Ah, velho. Nossa. Ai, gente. Bonitinha a frase dela, né? Relaxa, Mitzi. Deve ser cenoura que você pensou, né? Ah, por isso que eu tô aqui? Eu vou voltar pra Mitzi? Gente, ela era minha amiga de verdade, vocês viram? É o mesmo lugar que o carro, o negócio do túmulo, que ficava o corvo. Aqui é meio minha casa. Ah, a velha.
Welcome home, darling. I've been waiting for you. What took you so long?
Say what you've got to say and let's finish this. I'm tired of you. Tired of all this madness. I just need to get back.
Não alimente o troll.
Very well. I'm not planning to keep you long. Let's go inside. I have one last job for you. There are still 2 candles left, Susan. You
Two
know
candles.
how this works. A soul for a soul.
And that's it. I blow out the last candle and I'll never have to see you again.
Only if you blow out the right one.
Ah, não.
I'll never bother you again. Isn't that what you want?
Mas esse negócio
But
de
if you choose
a porta
wrong,
certa.
it will be your life extinguished forever.
É só falar a verdade,
Take
essa
a deep
mente.
breath and do it.
But how should I know which one's right?
That's
Então.
the thing, Susan. You can't know that.
Que jogo
In life,
imbecil.
you can't always know the consequences before you make a decision. Haven't you learned that yet?
That's not fair.
Nothing is fair. You opened your heart talking to that doctor, and he butchered you like an animal.
Amiga.
Then those disgusting cannibals, they chop you up and cook you for dinner if you'd let them.
Foi horrível.
And what about the man with the flowers? All that he wanted was to hear you play before he split your skull open.
Então não era o cara que ia atrás de mim antes.
The way your husband treated you. The way your neighbors laughed at you for years, just for being different. You did not deserve all that. And yet, it happened. Am I forgetting something? Oh, yes. Of course. Most of all, was it fair that...
Shut up! Just shut up, you ugly bitch! Now I know who you really are. All those feelings I had in me for years. That bitter guilt and self-pity. That hatred for myself and everyone else. You are that miserable illness that's consumed my heart all these years. You, always there, always. Every day I looked at you in the mirror, like a dark cloud I couldn't see through. I let you take control of my life. I believed it was right to feel like this. But not any longer. This ends here.
Then blow out the candle.
Zen. Soprar a vela esquerda? Soprar a vela direita? Recusar-se? Ai, que passa. Ó, a única coisa de diferente nesse cenário é tem uma luz misteriosa do além, tá? Iluminando a vela esquerda mais do que a direita. É isso. Isso pode sinalizar o quê? Pode mostrar que a luz que tá iluminando a mais iluminada é a certa, mas aí pode ser o contrário, porque pode falar não, então a certa é a outra. Não dá pra saber qual que é a certa. Isso é, se tem uma certa, né? E se eu me recusar? O que acontece?
No, I won't. I'm done playing your stupid little games. You won't tell me what to do anymore. I am stronger than you. I can close my eyes and you'll be gone.
Blow out the candle.
It's time to say goodbye, sister. I'm not gonna miss you.
Assopra ela.
You will never leave this place without me.
Mas...
You need me. We are one.
No. Tomato. You were thinking about a tomato, right?
Não, era cenoura. Errou. Aww. Friends forever.
Tomato is a fruit, silly.
Who cares? I like tomatoes.
So do I. But I hate to
Tomatoes.
disappoint you, but I was really thinking of onions.
Why onions?
They're the saddest of the vegetables, of course. They make people cry.
Cebola roxa, mó gostoso, né?
What happened, Mrs. A? I saw you die. And yet, you're here.
Amiga, você já me viu morrendo tantas vezes, você nem sabe.
If nothing's ever happened.
Então, te contar.
Well, let's put it this way. Everyone knows cats have 9 lives. So do cat ladies, apparently.
Ela falou 9 e na legenda
But this
apareceu
time,
7.
I feel there won't be second chances. I'm down to one last life now. I can't afford to waste it.
You are such a nutter, Mrs. A. You are absolutely fucking bonkers.
Mal sabe você.
But I'm so happy to see you. Never, ever do that to me again, alright?
Ah, gente, eu
I
gosto da
can
Mitzi.
happily promise you that, Mitzi.
This is it. His room is through that door. It's time to face the eye of Adam.
What are we waiting for? Let's do it.
Não, vou salvar, vou salvar. Eu não ia salvar pra eu ver os outros desfechos das velas, mas depois eu pesquiso isso. Vou salvar. Olha as fotos. Oi? Cara, pra quem são as fotos das vítimas dele?
You're the eye of Adam? A pathetic, wheelchair-bound invalid?
Credo, cara.
Is this a joke?
Para, Mitzi.
Do you know who I am?
Com
Do you
certeza
know
ele
what
sabe.
you've done to me?
Talvez sim.
You fucking murderer! Tonight it's your turn to die. I'm gonna paint this room with your brains and I'm gonna watch and smile. I swear to God I'll do it.
A culpa é ser
Well,
gamer dele.
Nothing to say? Nothing at all? Aren't you going to beg for your sad little life?
Aí
Say
deve ter uma
something.
armadilha, não deve?
Anything!
Mitzi, where did you get that gun from?
Então, né?
It doesn't matter. Please, Mrs. A.
É o
This is
agasalho
something I have to
dela.
do. You are free to leave if you want. You don't have to be a part of it. Try to understand. Beg for forgiveness, you scum. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Gente, acho que
You don't
tem,
believe I'm gonna shoot you, do you?
tem
Oh, I
armadilhas, hein?
dreamt of this moment for so long.
Tem
Look
armadilhas.
at this man, Mitzi. He hasn't twitched a muscle since we entered the room. I think he's paralyzed.
Não é? Nem um pouco.
That's impossible. He's lying to us. He's faking it.
Não tá
Do
fingindo.
something. Talk for God's sake. I need you to answer me. I need to know.
He won't answer you. He can't talk.
Then, how did he post all that stuff online? What the?
Tecnologia. Acessibilidade. Ela vai escrever a mensagem aí pra ela, quer ver? Fala aí. Eu não sei o que ele tá escrevendo, não. Ah. Nós nos encontramos.
How did he do it?
Finalmente nos encontramos.
I think I know how. See that little device on his left eye? I've heard about these. It's a controller. It seems the only part of his body he can move is his eyeball. Controller connected to the computer tracks its movement, allowing him to...
What?
Mano, ele matou
That's
o pai dele.
ridiculous. How do you even know such things?
I'm a nurse? I've seen these before. Well, I've seen eye-controlled wheelchairs, but there's no reason why it wouldn't work with a computer.
Jesus. That would explain the whole Eye of Adam thing. He really is just the eye. But no, that doesn't change anything. He must die. He deserves nothing more.
Passa.
What? You arrogant shit! I will fucking do it. Just tell me one thing. One thing. Why? Why did you make Jack kill himself?
Eu achei que ele não ia responder. Puxa o gatilho e você vai descobrir.
Fine. It'll be a pleasure. Ready to die, scumbag?
Olha esses tanques de oxigênio. Não acho que seja uma boa ideia. Você mentiu pra mim. Nunca me disse que queria matá-lo. Não, mas tava meio óbvio, né? Mas...
Look at these oxygen tanks. I don't think it's a good idea.
What? Why not? I'm the one holding a gun here.
É, e vai explodir tudo,
And I
né,
will blow
minha
this
anja?
bastard's brain out.
Não só
As
isso.
soon as he looks
Vocês
at me.
todos.
You hear me? Look at me. I want you to see what you've done. The pain you've caused me.
Mitzi, that's not what I meant. Just put the gun down for a second.
No! No. I can't do that, Mrs. A. I'm sorry.
Ela vai
This is
explodir a
something I have to do.
casa toda.
I have to.
Can't you hear that hissing sound? These cylinders are clearly leaking gas.
Please stay out of it.
You'll make a whole room blow up.
I don't care. Just leave me alone.
Ih, gente. Você mentiu pra mim, nunca me disse que queria matá-lo. Tudo bem, pode matar. Gente, óbvio que vai explodir tudo por conta do gás. Vou ter que mandar essa, né? Apesar de eu sempre ter imaginado pelo menos um pouco das
You
intenções,
lied to
né?
me. You never said you wanted to kill him.
Now, wasn't that quite obvious?
Então, era um pouco.
What did you think I wanted to do? Have a coffee with him? Chat about the weather or politics?
Chá.
For God's sake, I'm here because this son of a bitch needs to die. If I don't kill him now, he'll just carry on and more innocent people will lose their lives. Do you really want that? Because I don't.
Tudo bem, pode matar. Essa não é a melhor forma. É melhor só desligar os computadores. Pense só um momento. Jack queria isso? Nossa, que foda. Bom. O que o Jack queria, eu não queria fazer o quê, né? Sei lá.
This
Enfim.
isn't the way to do it. just
Meu
turn
Deus.
these computers off instead.
No! He doesn't deserve to live after what he's done.
And who are you to serve justice like this? Do you really want to kill an unarmed, paralyzed man?
Why are you doing this, Mrs. A? I thought you were my friend.
Então, né?
That's exactly why I'm doing this.
Uhum.
Even if we survive the explosion, how will you be able to live with yourself?
É verdade.
I won't have very long to live with it. I'll manage just fine.
Seu pai, ele é inofensivo? Calma, sem seu pai, ele é inofensivo. Como é que eu vou saber? Eu vou ter que mandar do Jack, né? Pô.
Think about it for a second. Would Jack really want this?
This bastard messed with Jack's head. He tricked him. That's what he does. He fucking tricked him.
But would Jack really want you to become a murderer?
No, he wouldn't.
E você quer?
He wasn't violent at all. He was the kindest, sweetest guy
Nossa,
I ever
naquela hora eu
knew.
realmente confundi totalmente a história
Exactly.
das duas.
Now, put that gun down already.
But what about me? No, I'll do it. I know Jack will forgive me.
Nossa, será que realmente eu vou ter que falar que pode matar? Não, não vou falar.
Without
Vou
his
falar tudo
father,
menos
he's
isso.
harmless. He was the one who supplied him with all this technology. He fulfilled his every single wish. I know this guy's rotten bad. There's no excuse for what he did. But he will be punished for it. Trust me.
É.
They'll put him in some
Been
stinking
there.
nursing home. He'll live his life like a vegetable. Stuck to bed. He'll have time to think about what he's done. And he'll never see a computer screen again. Isn't that enough?
He said, do it. He wants to die and I want to kill him.
Ah, Mitzi. Ele quer que morramos juntas, não entende?
He wants us all to die. Can't you see that?
Uhum.
Isn't that what he's been preaching? A joint suicide. That's
Olha
why
aí.
he wants you to shoot him. So we can all get blown to pieces. His final act. The work of his life. Are you really going to give him that satisfaction? Remember what you said about feeding the troll? That's
Oh.
exactly what you're going to do if you kill him now.
Não alimente o troll.
No, maybe you're right. You should leave, Mrs. A. I'd never want you to get hurt. But I'm not going away without this fucker dead. Even
Make
if
him
that
out.
means I die too.
Mitzi, have you lost your mind? You're going to sacrifice your life for this scum? He's a parasite! A worthless, evil piece of shit!
It's not like I've got anyone to live for, is it?
What?
Tem você,
What
né,
about
filha?
your mother?
Entendi.
Your family?
She's dead. Yeah, I lied. I always lie. I grew up in an orphanage. My family never wanted to know me. The only person that cared about me was Jack. And he's dead. Yeah. Happy now?
Não me importo com você.
So get the fuck out of here and let me do what I got to do.
Ai, eu me importo. Faça por mim.
I care about you. Do it for me.
Não, faça por você mesma, né, Mitzi? Mas assim... I care about you. Ó, vem essa conquista.
Come on, mate. It's been a long day. Let's go home. We've won.
Have we really?
Nossa, não acredito que tava na casa
Trust
do
me.
velho, cara.
I know we have.
How?
Não imaginei isso.
I'm the cat lady.
Oh.
From now on, I win every single day.
Ah, eu achei que ele escreveu mais alguma coisa. Yes!
It's me, Again,
Opa!
talking about my ordinary little life, as usual. I'm still surprised anyone would want to read this at all. The ramblings of a cat lady. Maybe I'm not a cat lady anymore. Things have changed here since Mitzi's death.
Mm.
I'll
Oops.
never forget those last few weeks. It's a horrible way to die. Stuck in a hospital bed with no hope and whole life to pass you by. 6 months ago, I lost the best friend I'd ever had. But at least we knew it was coming. I had time to accept it, just like she did. And I can only be glad we spent that time together.
Oh.
I still miss her though. Every day. Did I ever mention I got into all this because of her? I opened her laptop the night after the funeral, and there it was. A friend request, over a year old. A little gift from behind the grave. I met some people. We go out sometimes, and I'm not alone anymore. It turned out there were others who felt like I did. I talked to them, tried to help.
Parece tipo um fórum onde as pessoas estão colocando.
And now, I'm writing this blog. I must
Tá num blog.
confess, yesterday was bad. It was one of those days when you feel like you're back in the past, and all the good stuff that happened was just a dream.
Opa!
But I woke up today, feeling better. Maybe I can never get rid of it. This invisible illness. Maybe it will always be living somewhere deep inside me. Asleep. Waiting. And when it'll hit me hard.
Ah, deve ser o túmulo da Mitzi, né? Eu vi o túmulo que a gente passava, hein?
But if there's one thing Mitzi taught me, it's that you have to pick yourself up and carry on. It doesn't matter that life isn't fair. It doesn't matter that you make mistakes. You fall and rise again. Worlds full of liars, traitors, cowards. But every now and then, you meet someone like Mitzi, who will just smile at it all. Now, I've forgiven the world and myself too. I teach myself to smile again. One day I'll get there. I know I will. Even if it takes me not 9, but 900 lives.
Ai, gente, capítulo 7 completo. Ai. Caraca. Chegamos ao fim de The Cat Lady. Um jogo muito diferente, né? Caraca, eu acabei de lembrar. No final, aquele Joe. Tipo, do nada lá. Eu acho que é por isso, na verdade, eles deixaram o Joe já pra já pegar e fazer o outro jogo, né? Que um dia a gente vai jogar. Já coloquei na minha lista Eu coloquei na minha lista na minha wishlist. Um dia a gente vai jogar o jogo que tem um Joe, pra gente até ver mais partes da história, né? Cara, não sei nem muito o que dizer, na verdade. Porque é um jogo muito... Nossa, muito diferente. Diferente, né? Bem bizarro. Bem... Ele tem imagens muito... Como é que eles colocam muito gore, né? Gore. No aviso eles até colocam isso, que tem imagens muito gore. Essas imagens bem perturbadoras, assim, com muito sangue, enfim. A história também é muito pesada, né? Trata sobre muitos assuntos muito pesados, né? E o assunto principal aí da história do jogo, basicamente, é a depressão, né? Da Susan. E tem outros assuntos também nesse meio. E que ela vai aprendendo no decorrer que, sim, as ações têm consequências e que não necessariamente as coisas estão ruins, que elas vão continuar ruins pra sempre, que elas podem melhorar se ela tomar atitudes pra isso, né? Não é fácil. Olha, não é fácil, mas que é possível, né? Aperte qualquer tecla pra viver. Vivi? Não, o jogo fechou. Eita, aperte qualquer tecla pra viver, ou seja... Será que é porque eu estou olhando pra tela do computador, que não estou vivendo? Foi isso que o jogo quis criticar também? Não sei, mas interessante, hein? O jogo é interessante. Jogo bem interessante. Dublagem muito boa também. Nossa, a dublagem do jogo é muito boa. Muito boa. Apesar de muito perturbador, várias cenas, várias histórias, como a gente viu. Traz essa lição especial no final, né? Que é possível, sim, ela se reinventar, se reconstruir, né? Voltar a ver as coisas que ela não estava vendo, ter outras perspectivas. Isso é muito legal, muito interessante mesmo. E fica aí, né, a mensagem para todo mundo. É sempre possível, tá, gente? Sempre possível. E sempre existirá alguém lá para te ajudar. Você não está sozinho, independente da situação, tá bom? E é isso. É sobre